Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. And this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 18 of this season, otherwise known as the finale. I can't believe it's the finale already, like it's gone so quickly. I guess it's because Legends hasn't really had any breaks, but it's just insane that we're now at the finale. But anyway, this episode is actually called The Good, The Bad, and The Cuddly. But yeah, here's the trailer before we get into anything else.
We're facing an army of Romans, Vikings, and pirates. But you know what today is? Today is the day. Attack! We earn the name Legends.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow, season finale this Monday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
So last episode was just off the walls, really. There was so much stuff happening. Like I felt like the episode went for like 3 hours. There was just so much happening, like different stories going on, but it didn't all mix each other up. It was just a really entertaining episode and a really good episode to lead into a finale. And we finally saw Mallus. Right at the end, we finally saw the emergence, if you want to call it, of Mallus from within Nora Dark. Like if you go rewatch that scene, I'll actually replay it right now. Look at Nora Dark, her arms and stuff fall off. It's pretty grim. So let's quickly watch that rebirth scene right now.
Finally, I am free.
You can't help her, Ray.
Oh my god.
I am so much more than a god.
So yeah, when you like rewatch that scene, it's pretty grim watching like Mallus essentially like tear Nora apart from the inside. Like her arms fall off, I think her head falls off. It's pretty grim. But obviously before we get into the actual breakdown of the trailer, we'll quickly go over the synopsis for this episode, as it does give us a bit more of an idea as to what's going on. But of course, before that, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you're looking forward to most in this episode. Obviously it's a finale, so there's should be a couple of things you're looking forward to, but just let me know in the comment section down below what some of them might be. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like, just to show your support for Legends for this season. It would be great if you could drop a like on the video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. The Legends' plan to vanquish Mallus by using the totems doesn't go as planned, forcing Rip to improvise. The team finds itself regrouping in the Wild West, where they run into their old pal, Jonah Hex. Sarah leaves Ray in charge of watching Damien Dark while she comes up with a new plan. Meanwhile, Amaya is determined to find a way to use the totems to destroy Mallus. So yeah, as you can see in the trailer, we're off to the Wild West. We love going there, where we of course will be meeting back up with, as the synopsis also does say, our old friend Jonah Hex. I guess the big question that some people have been saying as well going into this episode, even before the trailer, because we knew going into the finale that we would be in the Wild West, like why are we going there specifically? And my initial thought is, look, it could just be to include Jonah Hex in the episode, but they might twist it into a way in which maybe there is an anachronism already there in the Wild West, so it's seen as like a good place to have a showdown because there's already an anachronism there, so it's something that they already have to fix. So even if they have something bad going on at this point in time, it won't have too much of an effect on the timeline maybe. I'm not too sure what the reasoning behind it will be, but it will be interesting to find out. Now, as we do see in the trailer, we have Romans, pirates, and Vikings all coming to this time period to have a showdown with the Legends. Now, if you do look closely at the trailer, you can see that all the leaders, or at least specifically Blackbeard, but I think also the Roman leader has it, all of the leaders have like the same face effect that Nora Dark had when she was affected by Mallus. So she like the same marks on their faces that Nora Dark had. You can see Blackbeard here specifically, and I'll put Nora Dark, next to him, so you can see like the same, like almost an infection, if you want to call it, like Mallus overpowering them. Now, part of this episode will take place in Zambezi, as you would expect. We do see Wally speeding off there at this point here. Obviously, that part will be at the opening of this finale, as that is where we ended off last episode. I think we'll maybe spend like 5 to 10 minutes in Zambezi, just ending stuff there, coming up with a new plan, and then we'll head to the Wild West. But speaking of when we actually get to the Wild West, we actually do see quickly in the trailer Helen of Troy returning. That's Helen of Troy that we saw earlier this season. But she's not just, you know, the Helen of Troy that we saw, you know, the same outfit and stuff. She's got some armor on her, and it's actually Amazonian or Themysciran armor. So a bit of a small Wonder Woman crossover there. So that should be really cool. I wonder if she'll name drop any any Wonder Woman characters or familiar Themyscirans. It will be interesting to see what happens there. And along with this, obviously Helen of Troy was an anachronism that the Legends sort of became friendly with, so it will be interesting to see if there is any other anachronisms showing up to fight with, or possibly against the Legends. We have like the Pirates, the Vikings, and the Romans fighting against the Legends, so will we have like Helen of Troy obviously, but maybe some other anachronisms, you know, join the Legends to make it a bit more of a fairer fight, because look how big that army of Romans, Vikings, and Pirates is. It's a bit unfair, to be completely honest. Now, as I was saying before, we do see Blackbeard, but who is actually Blackbeard fighting? We see him fighting Amaya, so Amaya will be in this final fight. Whether she stays with the Legends afterwards is another question in itself. I'm still on edge, or on, not like, I'm still on like a teetering thing, if you want to call it that, whether she's going to stay or whether she's going to go. I think if like they're going to get rid of the totems on the show, then she might have to go, and maybe Zari might have to go as well. But I think Zari could stay on the show, but I think if, you know, Amaya's got to go back to her time. We've already had it established on the show that she's displaced, and she's affecting the timeline the longer she stays out of, you know, where she's from. So she might have to eventually go back there, and they might make it that Nate might go back as well. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in this episode, because different characters have different places that they have to be, or that they should be, might I say. So I wonder if they'll, you know, correct that in this finale. Now, as it is a season finale, one thing that we sometimes see in finales for shows is death. So will anyone die in this finale? I think with Mallus, you'd have to say, yeah, he's going to die. I think another popular choice for someone that's going to die would be Damien Dark. I think Mallus might kill Damien Dark. I know a lot of people do want to see Sarah kill Damien Dark. Trust me, I sort of want to see that as well, but I think Mallus might be the one to kill him. But we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. I don't think we're going to be seeing Amaya die, just because that would just cancel out like a couple of characters. So I think Amaya's safe. I don't think any of the Legends are really at risk. I think that maybe the only other person that could be at risk, or persons, is Ava, because she's a clone. They could see that as like an expendable person. And maybe Rip as well, just because I don't know what Arthur Darvill, like the actor who plays Rip, is doing, because he's only appearing sometimes on the show because he's got other roles in other shows. So if he, you know, wants to take a bigger role in maybe British television, he might have to stop doing Legends. So maybe killing off the character might be the easy way to do it. I wouldn't like to see them kill off Rip, but it's a possible thing that could be going down. A character that will be returning in this finale that had been in this season for some part of it is actually Jax. So one part of Firestorm, he will be in this finale. I don't think he's going to be a big part of it. My guess is that he's going to be showing up at the end at some point in the last like 5 to 10 minutes once they've dealt with Mallus. I think that could be what they're doing. That's my guess, at least. It could be set up for next season, maybe. Maybe he gets the fire totem off Mick and he can use those abilities in some way, shape, or form. I don't know, but he's in this finale. But I don't think he's going to be a big player in it, just like the last couple of minutes of it. And hopefully it's set up. I would like to see Jax come back on the ship. But speaking of next season, like we had at the end of season 1 and like we had at the end of season 2, we had cliffhangers. And that's what I would like to see at the end of this season leading into next season, that being season 4. We had it renewed. All the DC TV shows are renewed for next season. So we hopefully should be getting a cliffhanger. And what I would like to see is a cliffhanger or like a tease to the Legends being able to travel through the multiverse. That is one thing I would love to see. I have brought it up on my live streams and even on Twitter about like whether the Wave Rider has a function that's hidden that it can travel like to other Earths and stuff like that in the multiverse, or whether like the Legends discover some way to do it, like a device or something. I would love to see it happen, just because I think it opens so many more doors for the show to enter and obviously and interact with. And I'm not saying that we're going to be going to Earth 2 and Earth 3 and all the Earths that we'd been to before. We're going to go to like the weird Earths that we haven't been to before, like 49, 32, all those different weird Earths, and have like a villain associated with them, whether it's, you know, a person that can travel the multiverse or something to do with that. And maybe they could be aiming to like destroy the multiverse, if that makes sense. So, you know, Legends, it keeps improving every single season, and I would love to see them tackle something like the multiverse. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments about that, though. Now, one thing I thought I'd mention just before we end the video, and that is the title. It makes me think that Bebo could be in this episode. I mean, like, look at the episode title. What is it? The Good, the Bad, and the Cuddly. So will Bebo be in this episode? Will Bebo be the hero? Imagine if Bebo took down Mallus. That would be something else. Anyway. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video to show support for this video and just Legends this season. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and my coverage of it. But yeah, if you could drop a like on it, it would be awesome. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on what I've said in this video, whether you agree with them and just your different options and thoughts and stuff. Let me know down there. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.